Thank you, Coach. EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to Oakland, California. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Kansas City Chiefs and the Oakland Raiders. The children will groan. It's the final weekend of summer, but we've got the NFL, and we're underway on EA Sports. This is taken at his 4. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. Our first-time 1,000-yard rusher from a season ago, it's Derrick Henry. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Give him a first down, 15 yards that time for the Raiders.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it could be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10.
I'm coming for you. You mine. Check 24. Check 24.
180. This is Kenyon Drake, the fourth-year man from Alabama. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
I'm here all day.
To throw, Rivers. That's complete to Taywan Taylor. And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 44-yard line.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start, getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching's
looking for Diggs, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Anthony Brown. He's got daylight. 20. And he will score. Touchdown, Kansas City. I don't know who all is to blame there, but I love seeing pick sixes.
Nothing like seeing someone pluck it out of the air and go the other way and see people try to change directions. Hard to do.
Josh Lambo now for the point after. And his kick is good to make it 7-0 KC. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This one taken just inside the 10. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And following the pick six, and they have decent field position in throwing that pick six. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early. to let him get settled back in.
But they told us they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
It's our time.
Red Delta! Red! Red!
Derrick Henry. So a nice job to break the one tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. Adrian Amos up to make the tackle.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
56 is Mike. 56 is the Mike.
Hey, watch that. Hey, watch the ball.
On 2nd and 9, Rivers. It's complete to Drake. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Black 15!
54. Watch the run. Watch the run. Watch the run.
White, 89!
3rd and short yardage, Rivers. That one complete to Okoye. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 38-yard line.
1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 38.
Hey, you don't want to see me. You don't want me.
They'll run with Henry. And he'll slice his way down to the 30 with a pickup of 7. Getting the sense, Charles, are going to put a big emphasis this afternoon on the run game.
And why not? What we're seeing so far is working pretty well from them. And here's the best part. We always talk about the best performers do their job when the lights come on. I think he likes natural light best.
A good run got 7 on 1st. Here's 2nd and 3.
Hey, only go load it. Load it.
Turn up. Kill. Turn up.
Load it.
54.
Load it.
Check. Watch 54. Watch 54. Watch the backer. Watch the backer.
Henry out of the pistol. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. That one good for 13 and a Raider first down. If you start assessing what went wrong last week, Charles, in their loss, had nothing to do with the ground game. They ran it well.
And you also have to say to yourself as a team, don't go away from what worked. That's not the reason the game was lost. Running the football over time, when you do it consistently, usually translates into wins.
And they're hoping to do it consistently here.
You ain't doing nothing today.
A first down carry for Henry. Gets past one man. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
He's had success on this drive, but not on this play.
Finally, they bowed up defensively. I think they were determined not to let him take it pretty much all the way down the field.
Yeah, it looks like they handled their run responsibilities correctly this time. What we call them run fits, everyone was in the right place.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Load it.
Check.
Now a first carry for their fullback. Try to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Officially no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8. Eighth play of the drive forthcoming, and they need 8 yards on third down.
Pick it up, G.
Hey, 79! 79!
Mike, 56, right there, 56. Okay, just like that.
Working out of the gun, Rivers. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Anthony Brown. And he will be brought down, but he's got the interception on the final play of this first quarter. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Before being stopped at the 28.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
Eight yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. Going to give this time to the tailback. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. It'll go as a gain of 10 and a Kansas City first down.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
Hey, alert, 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 alert!
On the draw, this will be Freeman. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3.
6-man.
Hey, alert, 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 alert!
Mike 51, Mike 51. Check.
Pistol.
Check.
They'll try to throw here. Mayfield. And his throw here's incomplete. That one was intended for John Brown. And it's 3rd and short.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense that fell harmlessly to the ground. So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3.
Hey, team 6, team 6.
Hatchet.
King. Real. Smooth.
From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down.
I think we'll see more of them trying to get him the football out of the backfield. They love what he can do in open space, and they believe that he creates mismatches they can exploit.
They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. Oh, and what a play on special teams here. This is going to be down inside the 5, all the way down at the 2-yard line.
And he's got to be fired up about that effort. I don't think he could have walked down and placed it any better than where he ended up putting the football. That was excellent.
The Oakland offense about ready to start this next drive. And they begin this drive in very precarious field position inside their own 5.
And remember, this is a defense that's already scored once in this game, so you've got to really take care and make sure that you're blocking these guys to try and wedge the ball out from the shadow of your own end zone. Now, that's the defense that they were looking for, being able to get extra bodies to the point of attack to deal with the big guy carrying the ball. You really don't want to be in a position where it's a one-on-one tackle with him.
Set, 180.
Get the mic. Guys, it's game situation. Let's go.
Back near his goal line, Rivers. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
Facing the prospect of a punt from their own end zone, they need some cushion. Let's see what they can do on 3rd down. From the gun, Rivers. And he's able to find Diggs. And they'll get him down up past the 15. That one good for 13 and a Raider 1st down.
But we're used to seeing the guy that you consider the #1 receiver double covered. But how about this guy? He's double covered and finds a way to make the play for a 1st down.
That's how you increase your Madden rating, right?
No doubt about that at all. And you know something? I think we'll hear about that from him soon.
So a little breathing room now. 1st and 10 at the 17. He didn't even try to signal for a timeout, so they must have not been aware of the numbers.
I think he lost track of the time left in the play clock and probably was trying to read the defense and trying to figure out which play to run and just lost track, and it cost him.
The delay of game backs him up 5, 1st and 15.
I got you, son. I got you, son. Hey, switch room. Mike 56, Mike 56.
From the shotgun, it's Rivers. Complete, it's Henry. And able to get it here to about the 16-yard line. It's a gain of 5, and that'll make it 2nd and 10.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
To throw again on 2nd down. Rivers. It's complete to Diggs. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. Give him a 1st down, 15 yards that time for the Raiders.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice game.
Here's Rivers. He'll set up the screen to Drake. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A pickup of 10, and it's enough for an Oakland 1st down.
Raiders 1st down. 1st and 10.
2 minutes on the clock, 2nd quarter, 7-0 ball game. A reminder coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in this 2nd week of the regular season. They'll run on 1st down. Henry. He'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Give him 12 yards that time and an Oakland first down.
Some big plays in the passing game on this drive, and here's one out of the running game. So the passing game loosening things up. Now there's room to roam.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. From the gun, Rivers. And this is Gabriel on the catch. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That one good for 20 on the catch and run. Rivers now 8 of 11 in this first half. He's got it 1st and 10. And some room to maneuver. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. The Chiefs now going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Trying to punch it in with Henry. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. Now a second timeout called for by the defense as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number 1. Second and goal from the 6 this time.
58, boys, 58, 58, it's Mike. Who that? Who that?
Rivers to throw it. Escaping the pressure right. He's got Njoku, his big tight end. 5 yards that time on the completion, and now it's 3rd and goal. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
They come out here in the eye. They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal. Here's Henry, and he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Derrick Henry, his first touchdown of the new season, as they are now on the board here in the first half.
After nearly 30 minutes of football, that touchdown puts us in a position where if they make the extra point, we're right back to even before we start the second half.
So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. This is taken at his 4. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. You're under a minute to go here in the half. Field position not really in your favor, but still time to try and move the ball and get in field goal range.
Yeah, you've got the lead. It's definitely a thought. Let's go ahead and try and increase it. But at the same time, I don't like the odds. I don't like where they are on the field. Got the lead. They've done well in the first half. Don't mess it up and go into halftime looking at each other wondering what if.
And an anxious moment or two there, but they do get him down. The Chiefs quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Mayfield looks to throw. They'll roll him out right. And nearly picked off. Surprising to see a defender of his caliber let it get away, but it does get away and it's 2nd down.
Byron Jones on the coverage.
Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. They go play action. Mayfield. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. That's sacked by Khalil Mack. So we've reached halftime with the visiting Chiefs on top as we send you cross-country to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman is there and has our EA Sports halftime report. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Ready for the start of the 3rd quarter. The Chiefs have the lead and set to receive the football. This is taken at his 4. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line.
Chiefs take over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the 3rd quarter.
I like the way you tone that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the 1st half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the 1st half.
We'll see if they do just that. And the play clock about to expire. Andy Reid notices it and takes a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. Second and 5 now. Mayfield. He's got Freeman here. It's complete. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
Well, that was a pretty favorable situation there. What would you call that? 2nd and manageable? Smart play, too. Didn't force it downfield when he didn't have it. Just checked it down, let him get the 1st down, and that's exactly what he did.
Check 26, check 26. Check.
Now a handoff here to his running back. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Quarterback, don't get nervous now. We ain't hurry. Don't get nervous.
Right there.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Mayfield. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. Give them 5 on the screen play, and that'll set up a 3rd down.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid gain.
The Raiders call on a nickel set here for 3rd down.
54 Mike. Hey, over. 54. Watch 54. Watch the curve.
Hurry! Hey, one set. Check Mike 54. Mike 54. Check Mike. Alert! Check.
And Mayfield just getting the play off. Gets it off to Freeman. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. It'll go as a gain of 10 and a Kansas City first down.
First down, Chiefs.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
And he'll give it here to his running back. There to stop him, Juwan Bentley.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
Right there. 54. Right there. 54 Mike. Watch the curl.
Hey, Delta.
Mike spot forward. Hey.
Hurry!
Throwing, Mayfield. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
Play number 7 now coming up on the drive. 3rd and 5.
Tight right. Hey, nice 7. Regular.
Working out of the gun. Mayfield again has it complete. And he will have the first down, but he winds up taking a pretty good shot that time. First time they've looked his way in this game. He comes through picking up the first. Mayfield now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. And again this time to the tailback. And he's going to get this one down to the 30. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
You ain't going nowhere. Alert!
He can't hang.
Hey, exit.
Right there.
From the gun, Mayfield. This will be caught by Brown. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 16.
A gain of 14. And a first down, Chiefs.
Mayfield brings him up 1st and 10. And he's 5 for 6 now throwing the ball on this drive.
Watch twist.
Check 13.
Now a handoff here to his running back. He will push his way down to about the 14. Credit the tackle to Darius Slay.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held him to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
Set. 180.
52 right here.
Hurry. Pistol.
52's the mark, boy. 52. Not here. Mike 52.
Pistol.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Mayfield is going to hit his man out of the backfield. Complete. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. It's a 4-yard pickup, and all of a sudden here it's 3rd down. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Chiefs on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. Here's Mayfield. And that is caught. Touchdown, Kansas City. Evan Ingram, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Chiefs are able to extend their lead. And, partner, they found a gap there on the post pattern in the middle of the end zone.
And ordinarily, that's a tough spot to find because there's usually coverage to take away that portion of the field. But they found a gap, and they exploited it.
Extra point tacked on by Lambeau. And that will ensure that it will take a touchdown and a 2-point conversion to tie it. And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. This will be fielded at the 8. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line.
Here we go. Over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They'll start on the ground. It's Derrick Henry. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 14 yards is the pickup there at a Raider first. I tell you, they didn't give it to him much for the first 3 quarters, but when they have, he's been efficient. Maybe they ride him more here down the stretch.
Yeah, I'm not sure it was actually in the game plan for him to have as few carries as he has, but it might play out really well for them now. As you noted, if they want to ride him down the stretch, he should have fresh legs.
Check. Ground 80. Check 55 to Mike. Silver.
Rivers now to throw on first down. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. So he got free of 1 tackle but couldn't do a whole lot else. Only 3 there on the screen at 2nd down.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a 1-possession game.
Yes.
Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need a touchdown. That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. Now Rivers. And Diggs has it. And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 40.
15 yards. That's another Raiders first down. 1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory right at the 40. They'll toss it to Henry. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
390. Check Mike 54. Mike 54.
It's just me and you. It's just me and you.
Load it. Out. Load it.
They keep it with Henry on first down. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
Right, ground 80. Left.
It's second and 8 at the Chiefs'
Let's put him on the
20-yard line.
buses. Let's put that team on the bus. Check it back. Check it back.
Topper. Hey, easy.
54 right there.
Throwing on second and 8. Rivers got an open man. That's David Njoku, the tight end. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. They've got another first down. The Raider passing game clicking on all cylinders right now.
At the 7-yard line.
First and goal, a touchdown and a 2-point conversion here are musts. They'll try to run for it with Henry. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
Now from the 9, here's second and goal.
Watch 54. Watch the pass. Here we go.
To throw is Rivers. Open man, Taylor Gabriel. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. A touchdown saving tackle there. Now it's third and goal.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. And he's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
They'll try to run for the first with Henry. And this will result in him losing yardage back to the 3. And a loss of 3 to bring up fourth.
It's now fourth down and goal.
Woo! Let's get it.
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So it's Raider football as we get you reset. Likely the play of the game here, trailing in the final quarter and going for it on fourth and goal. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Jayon Brown. And the ball's going to be going back to the Chiefs. A breakdown by the O-line at the worst possible time. Fourth and goal, and it leads to a sack.
And I can just see it now. On the sidelines, they're telling the quarterback, you've got to get rid of it somehow, some way. At least get it in the end zone and give us a chance. If we throw an interception, so what? A sack? We didn't even have a chance.
Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete. So now second and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
Don't get nervous. King.
Mike 54. Mike 54. Mike 54. I don't think you got it, son. Deuce.
Hey, alert 33.
Kill.
So instead of running, Mayfield's going to throw it here. He's going deep for Brown. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a third down.
A lot of contact there, but there was no way it appeared that he was going to get a flag on that one. Looking for it, but he wasn't going to get it. And as an ex-defensive back, you love it when they let you play and jostle downfield.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
Go.
Mike 5-4.
Hurry.
Defense, let's go. 54.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. And he finds his target. It's Marquise Goodwin. And they'll get to him short of the first down at about the 16. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez standing just outside his own goal line.
And that's what friends are for.
As the returner, you know who you're buying dinner for later.
Oh, without a doubt, because he just took care of you and your team in a big way. You know, you turn it over there. That's a big momentum changer and put your defense in a bad spot.
Hey, 180. 54. Mike, 50. Real. Set a tone, fellas. Let's set a tone. Shoot. Hey, check 24. Check 24.
And he'll give it here to his running back. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. This, in all probability, another run here on 2nd and 8.
Let's get off the field, D. Let's get off the field, D. Kill. Hey, turn it up. Watch the ship. Hey.
Run. Ship. Hurry.
They'll run him now out of the gun. Give him 3 on the run there. Now they're looking at a 3rd and about 5. Now a timeout called for by the defense as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
Hey, 180. Point it right. 52. Pick me up. Here we go.
Now Mayfield. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
They went with the dive look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez as he's on to punt for Kansas City. And this one hits at the 1, continues on into the end zone for a touchback. The Oakland offense about ready to start this next drive. They're down here in a 1-score game, but the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late game situation. What are we going to do when we have the opportunity? They've called these plays a bunch of times. Now's their chance to execute them.
And they have the opportunity now. Here's the execution. Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. These are the spots, this stage of the game, where it pays to have speed on the perimeter, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and in the second quarter, he may very well have run by him, but in this situation, I know as a defender, I'm loosening up a couple of extra steps that allowed him to run with him stride for stride.
Rivers incomplete on first down. Here's 2nd and 10. Now Rivers. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Adrian Amos with a pick, and he's going to get this one to the 23-yard line.
Well, they needed the touchdown and the two-point conversion, but they're not going to get a shot at either. This is a great play here defensively, Brandon, and at a time that they sorely needed one. And that could be enough to help get them out of here with a victory.
Alert, alert! Undercrush, undercrush, undercrush.
Big edge.
And to give this time to the tailback. Room here to run. And he's across for the touchdown. And in the final minute, that should just about seal it. Looking like they're well on their way to a 2-0 start. All smiles right now on that sideline, isn't it?
As well there should be. It's hard to win a game in the NFL. We hear it all the time. We know that it's difficult. But guess who's smiling? But inside is thinking 24-hour rule because we're going to have to play again next week.
Boss man.
Oh, without a doubt. The head coach, he wants them to feel good, but at the same time, find a way to keep improving. And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
A good starting spot for the Raiders as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 44. From the gun, Rivers. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Rivers, wide open receiver, complete. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Let's make these babies cry all the way back home, yo. Let's make these babies cry.
Play fake, Rivers. He dumps it off to Drake. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. A loss of 2 there, 2nd down. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Rivers, and that one almost intercepted. Far too loose with the football here. Nearly a 4th pick, and it's 3rd down.
Makes it 3rd down and 12 yards to go.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Again, it's Rivers. And that will be incomplete. 4 ticks left here on the clock.
Intended for Taywan Taylor. Incomplete. Results in a 4th down.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it.
Hey!
Mike 55.
Load it!
Defense, let's go.
One last shot now for Rivers. Now in desperation. And this is caught inside the 5. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. So this one in the win column for Kansas City. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the second quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last points of the game?
No, but what a second half. The adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly worked.
It certainly did, and you're exactly right. Whether it was an adjustment, whether it was just more focus on what they planned to do going in, whether they just played better, whatever it was, it all came together in the second half, and no points were allowed. That's a great way to close them out.
So for the Chiefs, it's a dream start. 2 wins in 2 early road games. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for Oakland, they'll drop to 0-2. And they'll be off to Minneapolis next week for a look at new U.S. Bank Stadium and a date with the Vikings. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.
Up is magic. With the gang, we ball out, it can get tragic. All we got, we gon' let you have it. Stuck in my ways, think I need to change my habits. What would you do if you were me and didn't have it? Look in the mirror now, I'm feeling like a savage. Tell my son I love him, for him I'ma make it happen. Now my dream's reality, not going back to. You say that you proud of me, I turn my back, you laughing. Now I hit the scene, they like lights, camera, action. Living in a dream, now my music they be blasting. Step out, I'm a star, always in the latest fashion. Had to set the bar, try to catch me lacking. Bank account for my son, he won't have to struggle. You can see it in my eyes, all I do is hustle. They tried to knock me off my feet, I'm ready to rumble. Feel like I ain't ate in weeks, working off the muscle. Oh yeah, oh my, we ride for my brothers, no lie. All you can die, never wrong, they right. I ain't changing my side, yeah, we in it for life. When I've been up is magic. With the gang, we ball out, it can get tragic. All we got, we gon' let you have it. Stuck in my ways, think I need to change my habits. What would you do if you were me and didn't have it? Look in the mirror, now I'm feeling like a savage. Tell my son I love him, for him I'ma make it happen. Now my dream's reality, not going back to. You say that you proud of me, I turn my back, you laugh. Hey, how could you lie to my face? People claim that they be loyal, they be taking up space. See my broski lose his heart when he was fighting that case. Took so many yells, I'm not going back to those days. I'ma treat you how you treat me, do you like how it tastes? Shawty, use it, can't treat you like my ace. I got way too many problems to be worried, I'm straight. Me and Craig had to watch for the Jakes. On the road, this crazy, I get 80 a show. Say my money, stack it up, it look like I'm foreign cars drop.